Hey, welcome. This is Pythagoreans getting ready for calculus skill 14, the unit circle. Yes, yes, yes. You do need to memorize the unit circle. Maybe you memorized it for a test in pre-calculus and have forgotten it. I'm going to say mainly quadrant 1. Like, you just really need to know sine and cosine of your basics. 0, pi sixths, pi fourths, pi thirds, and pi halves. If you can get those in, most of the rest you can figure out from there if you need to. But, so here we go. Let's look at the first problem together. It's the least interesting of them. The rest are a little more interesting than this. But simplify sine of pi halves. So, again, you want to memorize your unit circle, especially for this first quadrant. And you want to know, pi fourths. You want to know pi thirds. I'm sorry, that's pi sixths. You want to know pi thirds. You just need to know these. And if you have to make a right triangle and think through trig every time, that's okay. But the quicker the more you have these memorized, the faster you can kind of use this to actually do the harder calculus parts of problems and not have to waste your brain or your time thinking this through. So sine of pi halves is simply 1, and that's just one you need to memorize. You can also memorize sine by your sine graph, and so we know we start at 0, and at pi halves is whenever we max out here at 1. So work on these, make sure you know these. Perhaps just as important as working through skill 14 will be just to take a unit circle, Google it or something if you don't have one already, and just get that first quadrant really learned really well. So here we go. Let's have AI generate a math joke for us. Tell me a math joke about. Let's try the unit circle. Let's just see how good AI is going to be about specifically a joke about the unit circle. Here we go. Why did the unit circle go to therapy? Because it had too many issues with radians. Okay, well, some of us might identify with that and be like, yeah, I don't like radians. Well, you need to know radians. We will not use degrees in calculus hardly ever. Let's see if it can come up with another one. Let's give it another shot here. Try again, thinking. Certainly, why did the sine and cosine go to the beach? Because they needed some tan and sec. I'm not sure what sec means there. I'm going to say it means seconds for time. Certainly, we're not doing a little inappropriate AI generated jokes here, so I'm not sure about that one. That one's kind of weird. All right, well, there you go. For better or worse, we have AI generated math jokes about unit circle. And more important, please do skill 14, unit circle, and memorize quadrant 1. Know it really, really well. Go to Pythagorean.com if you need extra help. The QR code gives you PDF answer keys and video answers.